Hello, Northview students, families, and staff. The Northview Board of Education has impressed upon me that two of my highest priorities right now are to provide timely information and to maintain consistent school schedules to the greatest degree possible. Northview Board members recognize and have also experienced the losses, stressors, and difficult circumstances because of COVID-19. The board sees communication and consistent school schedules as important because they provide a small measure of certainty in a very uncertain world. I recognize that the content of our communications, as well as our school schedules, do not align with how some in the Northview community view COVID-19. This is understandable and it's normal. And while differences will continue, it is important to provide the rationale for our decisions and schedules. Before I share the reasoning, I want to emphasize two important points. The first point is that every one of us wishes for and cannot wait for the time when students and families who want to be in school 5 days a week can do so. The alternative schedules that have been used this year to mitigate the transmission of COVID are draining for all of us, and they are challenging for students, families, and staff. The second point is that our decisions reflect the directives and guidelines provided to us by our community health experts. For the last several months, we have referred to the Michigan Safe Schools Roadmap and the Kent County Health Department Toolkit, both of which are linked on our website. In addition to these documents, I've also met weekly with the Kent County Health Department. I'm not a community health expert, but I am accountable for the well-being of staff and students. And that is why I will continue to follow the directions provided to school districts through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Kent County Health Department. In the last few weeks, the Kent County Health Department has provided more detailed directions to Kent County schools. They did this through the November 20 public health warning and by publishing the risk of COVID transmission in schools, a framework for public health recommendations. While you've likely already seen these documents, we are including them in today's family communication. Based on the public health warning and the framework, our current schedule of cohorts in grades DK through 8 and remote learning in grades 9 through 12 will remain in place from January 4 through January 15. Child care in partnership with the YMCA will also continue during this time, just as it is now. And while we cannot guarantee the following, it is our hope that we start the second semester on the same schedule as we were on before the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services implemented the statewide pause on November 15th. As a reminder, the second semester starts on Tuesday, January 19th. The next item to share is the deadline to inform us if your child will be transitioning from in-person to virtual or vice versa for the third marking period. The link to the request form is also in today's family communication. The deadline to make your request is 10 p.m. on Monday, January 4th. I'm also asking that unless there is a significant and unique circumstance, please see your choice for the third marking period as your choice for the remainder of the school year. Our counselors and principals have done incredible work in creating student schedules. Minimizing changes between the third and fourth marking periods will allow them to begin preparing for the 21-22 school year. Lastly, the holidays are approaching, and for various reasons, I don't look forward to the holidays. It's kind of a mix of stress and sadness, and I know that I'm not alone in that feeling. And the losses, frustrations, and sadness experienced since March 13th are likely to make this holiday season even more challenging. Not a counselor or therapist, but I do know that it takes courage to ask for help. If you or your children need help, be courageous. The Northview community is caring and generous. Please connect with your school counselor, social worker, principal, or call the administration building at 616-363-6861 to be connected to people and agencies who are ready to help. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to the day when we can be together to cheer on our Wildcats.